placed into seatback holders for takeoff. Pull it down firmly to start a supply of oxygen. Quickly put it
away seat and keep your seatbelt fastened in case we come across any unexpected turbulence.
I want to go there. That seems so. I remember I went there with my mom and they had to push me up because all of us were too heavy. The pink one. Wait, we gotta face our fears. We're like the only people who can actually go on it.
For generations, you have before. You tried before.
Burger. No, I don't want burger.
You have to eat the burger.
Come on, get more. No, you have to get. Okay, that's it, go.
Pareha ha. Creme brulee pancake. The strawberry, mana the strawberry.
What's a dog? Lucky. Lucky. Come out again.
Ferns.
Heaviest white bird that we have here in Australia. Now, our Australian pelican in order room is our brush-tailed possum. You see, the First Nations people of Australia were experts at living alongside all of these animals that you've met here today, all of us coexisting. But it is just today that we are understanding the importance and the richness of their cultural truths. Here at Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary, we are not for profit.
Go a bit closer. A bit closer. Another step.
Oh my
god! Everyone's
It's on my shoulder! Oh my gosh, they're swaddling. They've got beef. Can I try? I don't know if these are droppings or... Oh, hi. What about me? What about me?
Oh my goodness!
Look here. There's like soy sauce and all that there too. That's spicy. You like spicy?
Yes.
What do we eat? We eat out here.
Filipino. And I like
During winter, yeah, during winter. Through the night and then through the day, always
pretty
22 to 25 during the day.
See, you just one of that. You just like
And like, please put the mathematical thing in there.
We have mushroom. Mushroom bowl.
Depende if there's a price difference. I'll
Flight time today, 2 hours and 2 minutes. We're here to make sure you have a safe and comfortable flight, so if there's anything that you need, please don't hesitate to let us know. And the last aircraft door has now been closed.
No.
Baboy ni. At chicken din ni. Chicken. Wala, pilaw-pilaw lang.
May pon tayo.
Ayaw lang.
Which one you like? This one? Okay. So for mom.
It literally tastes like Thai milk tea. I should have made that, I swear.
You're so high. Hala, hala, hala.
Maybe later, right?
Turn left onto Victoria Parade.
Bimbang deh. Gamit.